Hello there, Glenn from I Train Hard Health and Fitness, and welcome to again another YouTube video blog. I'm on day 9 now, I think, so this is my 9th video in a row talking about health, fitness, nutrition and all that good stuff. So today's blog then is all about helping ex-military guys get fitter. So Dax Moy gave me the idea for this one. So thanks Dax for that one. What I've noticed recently, I've been going to the Army-Navy rugby game now for a number of years, and what I've noticed is I go to this rugby match and I see loads of old Army colleagues and pals who back in the day were super fit at running, dips, squats, pull-ups, running with weight, all that stuff. They're super fit guys and they're all pretty toned guys as well. And what I've noticed every time I go to the Army-Navy rugby game is these now ex-soldiers are all massive. You know, they're like, I recognise their face, I see these giant bodies and the face I recognise. And I'm not criticising them at all, because it's tough, and I fully understand why this has happened to them. And I'll cover that a bit in a minute. So what I'm looking at doing is ex-forces fitness, so EFF, ex-forces fitness, and also potentially potential forces fitness. So if you're an ex-soldier or ex-RAF or ex-Navy and you've put a load of beef on and you're no longer the fitness you once were, you're no longer that nice physique that you had while you were in the Army, Navy or Air Force, this is the thing I'm trying to look at, helping these sort of people. But also, if you're looking at joining the Army, this little program or plan I'm looking at doing can help you as well. Now, as I mentioned, the idea come across from Dax. Dax gave me the idea, but also looking at people, a lot of my ex-Army friends that have put on the beef, put on the timber, put on the old granddad weight. I'm looking at helping them. And actually, it isn't too hard. You know, you can always get fitter again. You haven't got to be fat because you're older. It's just there's a few things happen to you, and some habits are keeping you in that sort of shape. So before I talk about how the system is going to work, I'm going to talk about why it happens. So again, it's understandable. I'm not saying that it's their fault. It's a habit. So we're in the forces and you're getting given all your food. Well, not so much anymore, because now it's called pay as you starve, and you pay for rubbish food and the food's not really fit for purpose, in my opinion. And I'm right. But back in the day, all your food would be given to you in the army, and it was all heavily carb based, loads of pastas, chips, loads of veg, loads of baked beans, lots of meat as well. But generally, it's a really high carby food. But there's loads of it, so you get used to eating that much food, and you get used to eating that high carb laden food, which obviously, if you can't burn it off, it gets stored as fat. So that's part of the problem. The other issue, all ex-forces people get into a habit of drinking tons of booze, tons of alcohol, tons of beer generally, tons of beer and lager. Now it's the nature of the beast. In the Army, Navy and the RAF, I think potentially, especially in the Army, it's a habit of, and it's drilled into you, to work really hard and then play harder. So you'll do tons of really hard exercises, really hard fitness, really hard tours, really hard, you know, it's all really tough. You work really hard, but then again you work harder. And beer and alcohol is always part of that. If someone gets promoted, we have a piss up, everyone gets drunk. After exercise, we get drunk. On a Friday after a hard week, we get drunk. Often back in the day, if someone won a competition, a sporting competition, the prize would be a crate of beer. So that's just the nature of that the Army, and the nature of the RAF, and the nature of the Navy. Now it may have changed slightly recently, but still, there's still a heavy drinking culture in the forces. So you've been in the Army or the Navy or the RAF for a number of years. When you leave, you've got a habit of eating loads of carbs, and you've got a habit of drinking loads of booze. So that middle-age spread, these massive tyres, and these loads of ex-military fat people floating around, is easily explained. And it's not your fault. It's the habit that what the Army have put upon you of drinking too much and eating too much carbs. So luckily we can help that, we can stop that by changing how we train, doing some more exercise and not drinking as much. However, what I'm talking about today is this challenge that I've got planned. And the challenge I've got is a program and a plan. And this program is to help ex-soldiers get fit again. And the idea is it's going to be progressive, challenging, arduous, but fun as well, and constantly testing, like the way the army works, like army fitness. It's exactly the same. But we're going to build you up, so we can't expect you to come straight back and do the hardest fitness you did when you were back in your heyday in the army. So it's progressive, but it's testing. So for example, when you first come to my new plan, this new program, what we do some exercise testing, some fitness testing. And we're aiming to test you at the level of someone just trying to join up for the army. It's a basic recruit fitness. So for example, the first stage, this is just an idea, the first stage would be you get fit enough to pass the army entrance exam, those fitness standards. And once you've passed that, then you'll get potentially a t-shirt saying recruit, or a certain colour that means recruit. Okay? That's the first stage. But however, this keeps progressing higher and higher and higher. So when you get fitter again, the next level would be trained soldier. Now whether we have TS on the t-shirt, or trained on the t-shirt, or just a certain colour, that means trained soldier, and you've passed those fitness standards for a trained soldier, so the next level up. And it keeps going higher and higher, so the next level could be, for example, physical training instructor. So the next level could be the same fitness standards, or similar to that of an army physical training instructor on their course. So again, higher standards again. So when you get fitter, you get that next t-shirt. And again, it won't say PTI, because it's going to offend some ex-PTIs or some serving PTIs. But what it could be black, like the PTI t-shirt, or it could be a certain colour that means PTI. The next standard again could be Army Diver course. So the Army Diving course, and I was Army Diver, is an arduous course, again with a certain amount of fitness testing that only pertains to the Army Diving course. So again, you pass those fitness standards, then you get given a different coloured t-shirt. And it won't say Army Diver, but it may be a blue t-shirt, because as Army Divers back in the day had a blue t-shirt with a golden helmet on there. So that's another level. And again, it could be that when you get fitter again, the next level up could be commando. And I wouldn't dare put commando on your t-shirt, because that's going to upset some people that have passed the commando course. But the t-shirt, you could pass certain Army Commando test criteria and then get, for example, a different colour t-shirt which could be green. And then again, onwards up from there again, could be the para t-shirt, which again, I'm not going to say you're a para, because you've got to pass a certain course, which I done when I was an old man at 35, but you've got to pass a certain army course to get that sort of accolade. But the t-shirt could be maroon. So these are all the levels that we could go up. And yeah, I've put the para t-shirt above the commando t-shirt, but that's just in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. It's true though, but that's my opinion. The basic thing is here, it's all different levels for you to go up. So you may have left the army years ago, and you may have left as a private or a corporal, and you may not have done any courses. But you may have been a PTI, and you may have been a para or commando or a diver. Now, the beauty of this is, you could get way fitter now than even when you were in the army, because now you've got, rather than just getting beasted twice a week and maybe on a Friday, and now you've got a personal trainer doing tailored training to get you up to these correct standards. So boot camp classes, one-on-one PT, nutrition guidance, that's going to help you get up to these levels. So you may have only been an army private, just got in, you may not have been that fit, but you could come here and do this program, this plan with me, then you can get up to the fitness standards of a PTI, Army Diver, Commando, Paratrooper. How does that sound? That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's my idea. It's going to be progressive, so we're not going to straight away take you on a log run, which is one of the sort of tests for the P Company. We're not going to straight away put you through a steeplechase or a 20 miler or a 30 miler, but it's progressive. Eventually, you aspire to get the t-shirt of the highest standard of fitness in the army. So in theory, you could be much fitter now as a 30 or 40-year-old, having left the Army, Navy or RAF, than you were when you were in. And you can get some awesome sort of training, get fitter than you ever were before, get in great shape, get that six-pack even though you're 30 or 40, because you still can get it, promise you. And also another good benefit of this is you'll be training with other ex-military. So these guys will come along as well, in the same boat as you, get back to that Army or RAF Navy banter, slagging one another off. And you know, it's great teamwork, camaraderie, brilliant commitment to come along and do that. So that's the challenge, that's my plan and programme. I haven't worked out the prices yet. It's going to happen though in County Durham, because I work in County Durham. So my one is going to start off in County Durham. And if we like it, if it takes off, we could do it elsewhere. But if you're in County Durham and you're ex-services at all, anyone, doesn't matter if you left 20 years ago. If you're ex-military in any description and you were fit at some point and you want to get back to that sort of fitness, and actually you thrive when you're doing that fitness when you're back in, then get in touch with me and I can help you out. Alright, so to get in touch, go onto my website, which is www.itrainhard.co.uk, and send me a message, okay? What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go onto the website, I'm going to put some information written down about the plan as well. And I haven't worked out, as mentioned, I haven't worked out prices yet, but it's going to be a great program plan, ever developing. So the sky's the limit. You may come initially as a recruit, you might come and already be fit enough to be a PTI, but then we can get higher and higher and get the next level up, and eventually you'd be a super fit, superhuman, like you potentially were when you were in the forces. That's the plan. If you like, hopefully you're going to like that plan. If you're a local lad, County Durham, and you want to get much fitter in your ex-forces, or you want to join the army and you want to get an idea of the army style fitness, then just holler, give us a shout, and then I'll drag you down, we'll talk about it, and then we'll do some goal setting, and you can start on the road to getting yourself these levels of fitness. I think it's awesome, it's a great idea, hopefully you do too. If you like this video, then like it on YouTube. Likewise, there's loads more videos on there as well. Please have a look at all of them, some good information on them, some good top tips on fitness, nutrition, etc. Like them, and go onto my website. Again, there's loads of blogs there about fitness, nutrition, motivation, stress, sleeping, dreaded Herbalife, dreaded Juice Plus, Body by V. I'm always blogging about anything that interests me, so have a look on there as well. And that's it, look forward to tomorrow's blog.